You know how like Jake Paul will talk about like fighter pay and all this stuff, fighter pay stuff in general in relationship to the UFC? Because if we speak to the point like what you're saying, I don't think people recognize how big the UFC actually is and how much of a massive like draw. Obviously, the fighters, it wouldn't exist without the fighters,
Right.
and there's no mistake in that. But that is, like you said, there's that massive portal to like the whole world for people to like to see.
This I get Jake's point. I get Dana's point too, because if you go to a top rank event and let's say it's Canelo the main event, I don't even know who he's signed to, but let's say like that. Canelo's gonna make a lot of millions, right?
Yeah, the most.
He's the first guy in that card making 100 grand.
No, fuck no.
It's the same shit. So that's why when Jay went like, I'm gonna pay this, it's all his undercard making hundreds of thousands of dollars, or just him.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you my perspective on it. I mean, when I look at it, it's to me knowing where Jake comes from, which is like marketing, because it's just the internet, right? He
Right.
YouTube, like social media clout chase, whatever it is, right? He recognizes that Dana and the UFC is the biggest fight promotion thing pretty much in our world ever. Yeah. And
Dana is when Dana leave, the UFC might fall apart.
that would be, I hope he doesn't
Dana,
leave.
no,
That would be sad.
Not in my Dana, not in my times at least. Which selfishly I'm okay with that. But when he's gone, it's not gonna be the same.
No, I don't think
He's
so.
that motherfucker is a genius. There's a reason he's who he is. There's a reason he's a fucking rich guy. He's not a rich one by default. He's not a rich one because the Fertitta are his friends. He's rich because he's a bad motherfucker.
He's a smart
And I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. You can hate somebody when he's that successful. You figured it out how to get to there.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people gets mad about him because he goes and gamble and he lost 600,000. This is fucking money.
Yeah.
But you can get there.
But yeah, no, I know.
Just keep working.
Well, it says people like to, but the reason, like I said, I'll get back to the Jake Paul thing in relationship to it is like Jake's also smart, and Jake's using, in my opinion, like something massive against itself, meaning like, because Jake is, I can look at it from the outside as a person who's understanding things, and like Jake is creating his own promotion company. Yep. And it makes sense for him to attack one of the biggest promotion companies to be like, I'm going to do it better, to go like this with himself. And that's what's happening.
It's there. They're competitors. They're going against each other. And we'll see what happens. But I also don't hate the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
They're so fucking successful.
Yeah.
And so good at what they do that if I said this before and I will say it again. If you hate people like this, you will never make it.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what you think about what they've done or haven't done or did the right way or the wrong way,
they do it better than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they fucking did it.
There's a reason you're down there looking up and saying, fuck you, you're a pussy, you don't fight real fighters. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I just see about how successful and how relevant can you be for the longest time. Those guys been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I don't know them, but good for fucking them.
Yeah. So what do you think about? We'll talk about them just a little bit because they have some fights coming up, and then I want to talk more about you and Sean. But just so we can get this out the way, who do you think is going to win? I'm assuming you've seen this stuff. Dillon, Danis, and Logan Paul.
I mean, fighting wise, Logan, it's a better fighter.
Boxing.
He fought. I mean, I know Floyd's like 1,000 pounds lighter than him, but it's still the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He can, and it's a boxing ring. I get it. It's 200 pounds versus what, 150?
Yeah.
But like, that's a real task for a fucking Disney kid that is all of a sudden want to be a fucking boxer.
Yeah.
And went to the distance. That's good. But they actually train. They're athletes. They're really good athletes. They have a lot of good abilities. And I'm sure they have work ethic. They seem that they have work ethic. They're not fucking spoiled little pussies. They come from fucking tough ground.
Yeah.
So, Dillon, I don't see him. He fought MMA. He don't throw a punch in those fights. He's a great grappler, from what I heard. Good grappler. Never a world champion. So he's not a Gilbert Burns level. He's not a Demian Maia level. He's not a Gordon level.
Love Gordon.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I've been in Texas training with them. Really cool guy. But he's a good grappler. Never been the best in the world. And his best attribute really is just staying relevant by say crazy shit on the internet. And in my opinion, he's gonna end run. You don't do that. People die for acting like that. Like, facts.
Yeah.
You don't go that far. Because
you're talking about the stuff about this girl?
all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that. That's just too much. If you do that to me, I will never sue you. But dude, if I see you, it's gonna be bad. I'm willing to go to live in jail. Because you don't talking like that should be illegal too. I mean, you're making illegal some worlds, and you're making all this bullshit with politics. That should be illegal.
Disrespecting someone's wife.
Like
or
going
wife to
that
be.
deep,
Yeah,
going
yeah.
that deep in any sense. You don't make fun of people with disabilities. You don't talk about people's families. It's just things. There's just codes in there that men should have, and
Yeah.
that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. So you think Dillon's gonna take the L?
I don't even know if that fight's gonna happen.
Oh, you don't even think he's gonna show up? I feel like he
In
has to show
general,
up.
is that fight gonna happen? Is that a real
Yeah.
fight? I hope so, but like, you can act like that. At some point, he's like he's really a good troll, and I get it. I troll people too. I'm a fucking asshole. I go in there and say dumb shit, or
Yeah.
I act dumb. But the fact that sometimes ESPN posts a random fight and he will put a comment like, "Oh, I killed those guys." You don't even
Yeah.
know those guys.
He's been doing that before all this stuff. That was going on for a while.
Yeah, it's like, but what have you done in the sport? Nothing. In jiu-jitsu, nothing. Never been a world champion. In MMA, I mean, you're fighting in Bellator. That's already bad.
Yeah.
And in the prelims, I mean, like, it's like whatever. And now you're seeing all this publicity getting your way, and I get it. Numbers are numbers, good or bad.
Yeah.
But my guess, I don't know nothing about the guy. My guess is a spoiled kid that comes from parents with money. Because if you haven't done nothing in this life, I doubt Conor McGregor putting on paycheck.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I actually don't know. I was gonna get him on the podcast. I want to talk to him about all this stuff, but I don't know where he comes from at all.
I would guess it comes from money because he acts like that. He acts like a spoiled kid.
Damn.
But we'll see.
Has he ever said he beat you up?
He put comments on me before like I will kill you. I was like, cool, dude. I don't even know you. Those things don't even make me mad because I'm like, what you're doing. I'm like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
I
Fuck.
mean, I'm not a guy that engage online.
Yeah.
I don't read comments. Because I'm not looking for approval. I feel if you're reading comments, you're looking for the good ones. But in order to find the good ones, you're gonna read some
Yeah.
Carlos 123 with no followers, no profile picture saying your mother sucked my
nailed
dick. And then it's like that guy could be a guy laughing, not even meaning it, and you're going crazy.
Yeah.
And why I know this? Because when I was 17, I would like soccer is big in Ecuador, and let's see the team I like will lose. I will go, but I will do it from my account,
Yeah.
like a real man. Fuck you, loser! I hope you die. How come you didn't score the goal? And I'm not meaning that. I'm laughing when I'm writing that.
Right.
But not everybody out there is mentally tough or
Yeah.
smart enough to be like, it's a fucking comment, dude.
Especially not nowadays, man. People are sensitive.
They're fucking pussies, dude.
It's
I
fucking
know.
crazy.